श्री राधा रमन लाल की जय। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। श्री पंच तत्व की जय। षट गोस्वामी वृंद की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। रज रानी की जय। यमुना पटरानी की जय। सब संतन की जय। महंतन की जय। भक्तन की जय। वैष्णवन की जय। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। निताई गौर हरि हरि बोल। So, in the last session, uh, we were discussing Sikshastakam verse 2, uh, and we were talking about that there are different types of names, but in those different types of names, there are two particular types of names of Krishna. And I was speaking about uh, that there is a one type of a name, uh, of Krishna, which can be helpful to us in whichever way we want to. There are different uh, results we can attain by uh, reciting the specific names of Sri Krishna. Then the second type of a name is the original name of uh, of the Lord. Uh, like as we usually all have our different names. So in the Vedic Shastras, or according to the Vedic Shastras, there are usually four types of names. So there is a one first type of a name which uh, the day and on a specific nakshatra you are born, and then by understanding that a priest or an astrologer makes a astrological chart for you, or for your family, and tells you that his this newborn child's name can start from by in such and such alphabet. And then when the name given ceremony starts, namkaran sanskara, on that day a name is given to you, but that name is just for you to listen. And that name is a one of the hidden names or secret name. You don't use that name, but it during the namkaran sanskar you get that name and you hear that name only, and is always written in your old astrological charts also. I do not know such practices are still there when, like, computerized astrological charts are in use. So there is a one secret name. Then the second name is that official name, which on the papers and everywhere everyone will use it, or you will use it in the school, colleges, at the jobs, or anywhere. The third name is the nickname given by your family, friends, neighbors, by your relatives, by seeing a specific quality in you. And the fourth name is the name which you get after getting the initiation. So, in these four types of names, the very first one, secret name. Now, this secret name is this is a very old tradition. I don't think many people use this trick now, but that secret, very secret name, we are supposed to use that name when we are about to perform uh, any kind of a ceremony. And when priest asks you, "What's your name?" Uh, so on that very moment, you don't have to say your official name, the name which is written in the documents, nor the name which is written in your, which is given by your family members and everyone. So these two names we cannot use it. The secret name we use it, and it's for everyone that we are using this name. Uh, let's say if some, I give you an example. Uh, there is a one gentleman whose name is Girdhar, let's say, but his secret name is Lokesh, and his nickname is whatsoever, Sonu, Monu, Chintu, or Rocky, whatever you can come up with. uh, so when he's supposed to do his, perform any kind of a ceremony, for that ceremony he neither has to say that he is uh, Girdhar, nor he has to say any of his nicknames. All he has to say on that time is that my name is Lokesh, the secret one. So this is the most uh, traditional Vedic way of performing the important ceremonies. Now the fourth name, it's when we take the initiation, and after taking the initiation, now we start to belong to our guru's family. So in the Madhva Sampradaya, even in the many in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, if you really understand, see, our gotras also changes. Our gotra becomes Achyut Gotra, because now I am a Krishna, I belong to Krishna, I'm married to Krishna, my family is my guru's family, my gotra is changed, and that gotra is Achyut Gotra. In Madhva Sampradaya, this is one of the very strongest practice, Achyut Gotra. And the name is the name which your guru have given to you. So it's the four names. So every person has so many names, not just one, so many names. I remember, like, when I was in a school, some students used, classmates used to call me Channi, some used to call me Channu, ah, some used to call me Chini, some used to call me Chandan. So there are so many different types of names. So now just imagine, in a same way, every individual have so many different types of names. Now, in a very same way, uh, think about Krishna. Now he has infinite of names, numerous names. We cannot think about the names. Any person can come up, from the Shastras. Okay, this name sounds very good, and this is the name I feel like I really uh, want to recite. And there are stories that some devotees used to recite a very different name also, of Krishna, but they used to attain Krishna in howsoever way. No, not in a Raganoga way, but in a journal way, like, you can reach to Vaikuntha. Uh, or like in Vraj, there is a one name of Krishna, that is Kanhaiya. Now, this Kanhaiya name is not a Vedic name. This name is not written in the scriptures. But Kanhaiya is a name which is given by the Brajvasis here. I do not know from when, it's because it's not written in the scriptures. But the Rasik saints, all the saints, have used this name also in their poetries. And even if you come to Vrindavan or even in Braj itself, uh, rather than calling him Krishna, they call him Kanhaiya. So, Krishna also has so many different types of names. Uh, but what's his main original name? The name uh, uh, which was always there when his name was not Putanari, when his name was not Govind, because Govind name came when uh, he uplifted the Govardhan Parvat. Gopinath, when he performed the ras, when he did not do any of those things, let's say. So what's his original form name? Uh, and that name is Krishna. The real original name is Krishna. So there are two different categories of names of Krishna. There are so many different types of names which are connected with the different pastimes, qualities, and different attributes. On another side, that's his original name. So in our last class, I was speaking about that which name Radha Rani loves the most. Because we at the end uh, want to serve Radharani as a dasi, and our only focus is to make Radharani happy. So according to the Gaudiya Acharyas, this was the discussion in our last class, that according to the Gaudiya Acharyas, various Gaudiya Acharyas, Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, Shri Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, and so forth, they all have spoken that there is a one specific name which Radharani loves the most, and that name is Krishna. So today we will dive more into this. So the verse has been shared with all of you. Nam nam kari bahuda nij sarva shaktis tatra pita niyamitah smarane nakalaha. एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन ममापि दुर्दैव मिद्रश मेहा जनी नानुरागः. O Bhagavan, you have manifested your numerous names, imbued all of your Shakti into them, and made no regulation regarding the time for remembering them. Such is your grace. Still, my misfortune is such that no attachment to them has manifested in me. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being very humble and is finding fault in himself, that when he is even losing a 1 nanosecond of not chanting. But that's not even a case. He is always chanting. But this is a siksha, this is the instruction given by Mahaprabhu to us to learn that how we should be actually chanting. That even a second is lost without chanting, we should be criticizing ourselves only, because we are the doer, no one else. We are the only ones who can chant, and no one else can for us. So in Hari Bhakti Vilas, we will we are going to see that there are two different things which are mentioned in there. The very first thing is that in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, 11th chapter, from the, I suppose, 270th of verse, the different names of Krishna and what those different names give to us. if we are in a certain situation or in a certain position, and if we chant the certain name of Krishna, what can we attain? So it's written, uh, अतः काम विशेषेण श्री भगवन नाम विशेष सेवा महात्म्यम. So Shri Gopal Bhatta Goswami Pad starts and says that those who have any kind of a particular desire, Kam Visheshena, Visheshena means a very particular type of a desire, Kama, Shri Bhagavan Nam Vishesha, then for that there is a very special, specific name, Bhagwan Krishna's name, uh, and I'm going to glorify that. Now, if someone, let's say, have done a good amount of uh, heavy sins, even in the sins also there are so many different types of sins. There is a one particular type of a sin is known as Brahmahatya. If someone have done Brahmahatya, killing of a cow, now killing of a cow, or even abusing any Brahmin, beating any Brahmin, killing any Brahmin, any sage, or did any kind of a that sort of thing, sin, then one should come up and start chant Shri Narsingh, Jai Narsingh, Jai Jai Narsingh. Shri Narsingh, Jai Narsingh, Jai Jai Narsingh. By chanting this name, one can wash his sins. Shri Shabd Purvam, Jai Shabd Madhyam, Jai Dwayad Uttaras Tathahi Trisapto Kritvo Narasingh Nam Japtam Nihanyadapi Vipratyahatyayam. If someone have done any kind of such kind of a killing or have got that kind of a sin, so one can wash it just by reciting Shri Narsingh, Jai Narsingh, Jai Jai Narsingh. Or there is another form also, Shri Narsingh, Jai Narsingh, Jai 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 Narsingh. Then if someone is really scared, like cannot even think about anything else, but just scared, like super scared, then on that time one should be reciting Shri Narsingh Jai Jai Narsingh, Shri Narsingh Jai Jai Narsingh, Shri Narsingh Jai Jai Narsingh. Then afterward one can there are on the different Vedas, one can recite the different names of Krishna. They give the different results. Like one should first chant the holy name Purusha for 1 year. Then for the next year he can recite Vamdev for 1 year. Then afterward one can recite for the next year Sankarshan. Afterward, next year you can recite for an entire year Pradyumna for 1 year, and then Aniruddha for 1 year. When the sun enters the northern hemisphere, one should chant the name Balram. And when the sun enters the southern hemisphere, one should chant the name Krishna. So, by just reciting all of these names, one protects himself, in the different seasons and the different times. Then there are 12 months, and in the Shastras there are 12 names for that. Now, beginning with Chaitra Masa, one should start these 12 names of Lord Shri Krishna in this order. So in the Chaitra Masa, one can start reciting Vishnu, 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 Vishnu. Then next month Madhusudan, 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 Madhusudan. Then next month Tevikram, 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 Tevikram. Then next month Vaman, Vaman, Vaman. Then Sridhar, then Rishikesh, then Damodar, then Padmanabh, then Yadupati, then Keshav, then Narayan, then Madhav, then Govind. So uh, one can protect oneself also if one wants to be focused on, like, on the monthly basis only. I want to recite Krishna's different names. Now, Kam, Kamprad, Kant, Kampal, Hari, Anand, Madhav. I'm reciting it again. Kam, Kamprad, Kant, Kamfal, Kampal, Pal, Hari, Anand, Madhav. One should chant these holy names of the Lord if he wants to achieve the fulfillment of his desires. If you have any kind of a desire. So Kama, Kama Pradaha Kanta, Kama Palastatha Harihi, Anando Madhavaschaiva, Kama desires you have, they will get fulfilled by reciting these names. Then the next one is, if uh, you want to win from enemy, whatsoever kind of an enemy is there, then there are 5 names: Ram, Parshuram, Narsingh, Vishnu, Trivikram. 5 names: Ram, Parshuram, Narsingh, Vishnu, Trivikram. If one really wants to be studious and wants the result or some kind of a blessings of Krishna, then one should be reciting Purushottam, 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 Purushottam. If you are feeling that you are trapped in some kind of a situation or in your life, and you really want to get rid of that, no matter what, you really want to get rid of them, then Damodar, 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 Damodar. Thinking about Damodar and chanting his name. Then if you are traveling and you want a good protection, then there are 4 names: Chakri, Gadi, Shrangi, and Khadgi. There are 4 names of Krishna. So then those who wish to flourish in business should remember the names Ajit, Adhip, Sarv, and Sarveshwar. If you want to do good in business, Ajit, Adhip, Sarv, and Sarveshwar. Ajit, Adhip, Sarv, Sarveshwar. Ajit, Adhip, Sarv, Sarveshwar. Ajit, Adhip, Sarv, Sarveshwar. If you are sneezing, if you are stumbling, or if at a time of a great suffering due to the influence of any inauspicious planet or a star, or during a drought or a flood or any other natural disaster, one should recite the name Narayan. Narayan, 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 Narayan. When attacked by enemies, when in danger because of a wild animal such as a lion or a tiger, or when in complete darkness or confusion, one should remember the name Narsingh. When in danger due to fire, one should remember Vishnu, who lies on the ocean of milk, by remembering the name Garunadhwaja. By remembering the name, the Garunadhwaja, poison can be neutralized also. And a Vaishnav whose heart is fixed upon Supreme Lord without any deviation should chant the name Vasudev while bathing, worshipping the Lord, while performing a fire sacrifice, while offering obeisances, and while even giving parikrama the deity. If you are confused at what should I be chanting, then it says, Hari Bhakti Vilas says, one can actually chant Vasudev, 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 Vasudev. Now there is a whole long list is being given in there. If you are crossing any ocean, then say Matsya, 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 or Kurm, 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 or Varaha, 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 or you can say Kurma Varaha Matsya, Kurma Varaha Vatsya, Kurva Varaha Matsya. So the different names, give you protection. If you are stuck in a fire, then Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. If you are greatly trapped in a sorrow, then Vishok, 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 Vishok. If you want any kind of a prosperity, then Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. If you are taking medicine, Vishnu, 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 Vishnu. If you want to do good in finance, then Uttaran, 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 Uttaran. If you really want that your luck get better and can give you a lot, then Ram, 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 Ram. And it's then Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami very nicely says in in Hari Bhakti Vilas, and he says that look, if there are so many types of desires, and I know that I maybe cannot fulfill all your demands in a very specific way, but according to the scripture it is written that Kirtayed Vasudevancha Anutesh Vapi Yadava, that whatever desires are not written, but you have the very specific different type of a desire, then the specific name is there, Vasudev. Vasudev, 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 Vasudev. So all different types of names are mentioned in there. Very beautiful. We now understand, because obviously we do not have such kind of a life like Mahatmas, where we can do our Nishkama Bhakti. So there are always desires in our life, but always a desire should be curtailed in our life, and should be focused on a very specific desire of to attain Krishna only. But if any kind of a trouble comes in our life, then take the shelter of one of these names on the specific occasion. Don't try to use this different holy names for all the different purposes, because I know that once I had given the list of a few holy names to a few devotees, and later I found out that for 1 hour they used to recite the name for the financial good. For the 1 hour they used to recite the name for the health. For 1 hour they used to recite the name for prosperity. So they were dividing the time, that for 1 good hour I will only recite this particular name for this purpose, because I have this demand, this desire. This is not how it works. One should be focused upon one only. Fulfill that desire. If that kind of a desire is troubling you, or uh, creating any kind of a burden for your spiritual life, then go for it. That's okay. But the beauty of this Hari Bhakti Vilas is that Shri uh, Gopal Bhatt Goswami Pad starts talking about, you know, uh, the different types of uh, names and the different types of result we attain. Uh, and first he speaks about almost all of them. And then afterward, he uh, speaks in a specific format and says that Sarva Vyadhi uh, Nashitvam, that if you have a specific types of uh, diseases, then there are specific names also. Or even in in that section, he have spoken, um, mainly that there are few names which really works powerfully. uh, and one is a very oft quoted one, Achyut Anand Govind. uh, Many people say Achyut Anant Govind, but in the scripture is written Achyut Anand Govind. But I suppose there is a two variations we find in the scriptures of this very specific verse. So Achyutanand Govind, Achyutanand Govind, Achyutanand Govind. Many uh, people who suffer from their bad health, they recite that. The, Otherwise, Achyut Anand Govind, Achyut Anand Govind. There is another name of Krishna, that is Aushadhi. Aushadhi is also known as medicine. Mm. So Aushadhi, 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 Aushadhi. If one can just start reciting Aushadhi, 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 Aushadhi also, one can attain, Krishna's blessings on that. Mm. So, you know, uh, the most important thing of this Hari Bhakti Vilas is that it talks about the all different types of names and what you can actually attain from them. Mm. And there is a something very interesting in there. Usually in the Sanskrit literature, when, or in the scriptures, when scriptures are written, usually uh, glorification is written at the beginning, to tell you that why this scripture is important. Mm. In a very same way, if you read any prayers, in the prayers, the glorification is written always at the end. That after reading, what is actually the result you are going to attain. You read any kind of astakam. You recite any kind of a prayer. At at the end of the prayer, it's always mentioned that what is the fruit of this particular prayer recitation. But in Hari Bhakti Vilas, uh, Shri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, he is glorifying every single thing which is related with each and every Vaishnava. But in this very section of the 11th Vilas, he starts with only, the names which can fulfill all your desires or a different types of desires. And afterward, he starts speaking about the glorifications of the holy name. So I was confused. I was like, why did he do that? He should be right when he is, about to write uh, or about to write, the holy names. Then he should be speaking about the glorification first, so people can actually understand, learn from it, and then start to recite whatsoever name they want to recite. But now here he does something totally different. Uh, he talks about, like, you can get Vaikuntha, you can get liberation, you can get rid of all kinds of sins, you can get rid of any kind of diseases, you can get rid of any kind of issues you are facing in your life. That's 100% okay. But then he comes afterward, he says, Shri Bhagavad Priya Prem. He says that, look, even by reciting this holy name, you can even attain the sacred love. Afterward, he goes more further and he says that, you can actually hypnotize Krishna uh, by reciting this name. You can even get anything, whatever you want. You can make Krishna 100% uh, uh, hypnotize by just reciting this uh, any holy name. And then on that time he comes, Shri uh, Shri Gopal Bhatt Goswami Pad, and he said, Yad Govindeti Chukrosh Krishna Mam Durvasinam. Uh, and he gives the example of Draupadi Krishna, who just recited Govind, 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 Govind. And just by reciting Govind, 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 Krishna ran from his palace and went to save Draupadi, saying that it has that hypnotism, that name has that hypnotism, that Krishna, whatever he is even doing, he will leave everything and will come to you. And then he goes more further, and in that he talks about that Atha Shri Man Naam Jap Mahatmayam, uh, that look, you have to understand, you have to recite these, do the japa of these names again and again and again and again, again and again, again and again. And right afterward, in the 11th canto, he talks about you have to recite it, but now before reciting, you have to understand that you have to understand the glorification of the holy name. So I was so confused with this, that why Shri Gopal Bhatt Goswami Pad is speaking about the glorification after speaking about the different names of Krishna. First, this is how the content is written. The very first thing is written is always the glorification, and after glorification, then whatever you want to speak, you speak. Hmm. About the subject, but here is completely different. And right afterward he talks about uh, atha visheshtah Shri Krishna avatar mahatmayam. uh, Now, first he spoke all the different types of names. And right now, Krishna, uh, he talks about the glorification of the holy name, and now he is talking up. Gopal Bhatt Goswami is talking about. Look, you have to really understand. Uh, you have to really understand that for any kind of a fulfillment of a desire, one does not need any kind of a glorification. One just needs any kind of a remedy. uh, like if you are suffering from any kind of a disease, and I say that please from today on you just start to recite Anand Achyut Govind, Anand Achyut Govind, or Anand, uh, Amrat Achyut Govind, or Amrat Anand Govind. If you start to recite that, you won't even ask where is it written, uh, does it work or it doesn't work. You will start. Why? Because you are already suffering. Hmm. But those who don't feel any kind of a suffering in their life, uh, for them it is important to understand that there is a different name of Krishna, or those who really want to attain Krishna in their life. uh, they want to attain Krishna in, the supreme personality, or you say the Lord, uh, the glorious God. So, who that glorious God is? So, in Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, after speaking all of that, he comes to the point and he says, look, how can an unintelligent person like me glorify the Lord's holy names, which simply by hearing even the most sinful people are purified? Is a glorification. He says, when all sinful reactions are burned to ashes simply by hearing or chanting the holy names of Lord Hari, whose activities are most wonderful, then what can be said about the benefit one receives by hearing and chanting his holy names in pure devotion? Now just imagine, once like everything is, all the uh, we say that we are the sinners. He says your sins are already been washed away now. Now let's talk about something more important. Uh, and that important thing is that you have to now think about what you can actually attain uh, in this pure devotion by reciting these holy names. Uh, Now the question may come that you already have spoken so many different types of names. So which name should I chant? So then in Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami says, the unparalleled glories of the incarnation of Krishna. Now this very section shouldn't be there. Right? But six Goswamis, and the very same thing here, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami is doing. They all are again and again telling you that among us millions of names or numerous of names of Krishna, the most important name is Krishna. So to define that, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami is speaking in the name section or holy name section. He says that look, first you have to understand the unparalleled glories of the incarnation of Krishna. And then he speaks that by chanting the holy name of Krishna, Arjun acquired the weapon, the very special weapon, and became a very dear friend of the Lord, and thereby was able to engage him as his charioteer. Simply by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, one becomes merged in an ocean of divine ecstasy and ultimately attains his association in the spiritual sky. Now, if you remember the story, or some of you may, uh, one day Arjun was sleeping, and from his every pore, only one name was coming out, and that only name was Krishna. Hmm. Every pore of Arjun was chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hmm. So, what was the Arjun's most favorite name? Uh, and how did he even get Krishna as his, uh, chariot driver? Is Krishna, nothing else. Then it says that uh, it is written in the Varaha Purana that, "O dear one, in my pastimes as Krishna, my most confidential holy name will be the most auspicious, supremely purifying, and the deliver of the conditioned souls from material existence. So, O dear one, in my pastimes as Krishna, uh, this is the most confidential name. We should, so our focus here is two types of name. One, all the various names of Krishna, and the original name Krishna. And then from the verse 492, if I'm not wrong, uh, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas starts the glories of holy name Krishna in particular. And now he is talking about the different, what the Krishna Nam can give to us. I'll tell you the very few, very few of the verses from it. तत्रैव विशेषतः श्री कृष्णेति नाम महात्म्यम् अतीतः पुरुषः सप्त भविष्याश्च चतुर्दशः नरस्तारयते सर्वान् कलौ कृष्णेति कीर्तनात् कृष्ण कृष्णेति कृष्णेति स्वपन जाग्रत व्रजस तथा यो जलपति कलौ नित्यम कृष्ण रूपी भवेदी सह ब्रह्मवैवर्त हनन ब्राह्मणमत्यंतम कामतो वा सुराम पिबन कृष्ण कृष्णेत्य अहोरात्रम संकीर्तन्य सुचितामियात. Those who chant the holy name of Lord Krishna in this dangerous age of Kali will deliver 7 past generation of their family as well as 14 future generation. I'm sorry, the translation is wrong in here. Usually it's not, we usually deliver the 21 generations of our families, but 21 means 7 of my forefathers, 7 my mother's side forefather, and 7 my wife's forefathers family. So 21 in that way, not like 21 from now to 21 forefathers. Now this is not how it works. So by reciting the Krishna Nam, Krishna 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 Krishna, so those who chant the holy name of Lord Krishna in this dangerous age of Kali will deliver 21 past generation of their family. In this age of Kali, one who while awake or while dreaming chants Krishna Krishna becomes situated on the platform as the Lord. Means if you want to attain Vrindavan, eternal Vrindavan, where Krishna is situated, One can just start reciting, chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. Even dreaming also, even in dream also, if you are chanting Krishna, 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 this name is so powerful that you will attain the result. Even if someone had killed a Brahmin or habitually drank liquor, wine, if he chants Krishna Krishna throughout the day and night, he will become purified. When one utters the most auspicious holy name Krishna, all his countless sinful reactions are burned to ashes. I'm talking about the reactions, means the fruits, that whatever the in we always come up with this kind of understanding that there are numerous lives we have taken, and by the benefits of the good deeds we have attained this human body, but we do have so much of package which we are carrying forward. Now, what all the countless sins you have done and whatever countless reactions you will attain, all of those reactions, fruits, they will be burned to ashes if one actually starts to utter the holy name Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna. Krishna says in Narsingha Puran, I personally deliver from a hellish condition of life one who constantly remembers me by chanting my holy name Krishna Krishna Krishna. He is delivered from material existence just as the lotus flower emerges from the water. In the Garuna and Padma Puran, it is stated one who has lost his original consciousness due to being bitten by the poisonous snake in the form of material existence uh, can be relieved of his distress simply by hearing the Vaishnava mantra Krishna, which is the only remedy for the diseased condition of material life. Now imagine this, we all are stuck. Bhav Mahadavagni Nirvapadam. And Mahaprabhu is saying, Shri Krishna Nama Sankirtanam. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. And here, what is this verse speaking in Hari Bhakti Vilas? Very particularly, it's saying one who has lost his original consciousness due to being bitten by a poisonous snake in the form of material existence can be relieved of his distress simply by hearing and chanting the Vaishnava mantra Krishna, which is the only remedy for the diseased condition of material life. Now, in the Narad Muni speaks in Prabhas Puran, and he says he talks about Krishna, and he says that amongst all of God's name, the name Krishna is the most important name. This holy name is the best means of atonement for even unlimited sinful activities, and it is the giver of liberation. Even one have any kind of a yatra yatra stito vapi Krishna Krishneti kirtiyet sarva pap vishuddhatma sa gachet paramam gatem. Wherever one may be, if one somehow chants Krishna, 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 he will immediately become freed from all sinful reactions and achieve the highest goal of life. And this is what our uh, you know uh, our Mahaprabhu was asking everyone. If you really read Chaitanya Charitamrit, there are thousands of stanzas where like Mahaprabhu is only asking everyone to recite Krishna. He is not asking people to recite any other name. Sometimes he may come up, say, okay, just say, uh, Ram Krishna Hari, Ram Krishna Hari, any of those names. But Krishna is always one of the most important names which he have preached to each and every other person he had met. No matter where he went, no matter who he met to, even in the uh, Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a one story comes where uh, Mahaprabhu was on the South India trip, and one Vaishnav was so much fond of Ram Nam. Uh, and then he is like, I'm unable to recite any other name, and I love Ram Nam. It's like, okay, nice, fine, very good. Like, then uh, by meeting Mahaprabhu, he started reciting Krishna, 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 and he was like, "Why am I reciting Krishna, 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 Krishna? Uh, is it, what will I get?" Like, oh, Ram, by reciting Ram, you can get moksha, liberation. But by reciting uh, Krishna, you will attain sacred love. And even like during the Rath Yatra time, now when Mahaprabhu is going to, let's say, uh, Gundicha temple, or he's putting a auspicious kalasha, uh, Mangal kalasha. Uh, Krishna Krishna kahi kore ghat samarpan. He's not reciting any verses, Sanskrit verses or anything. All he's saying Krishna 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 Krishna, and installing that auspicious kalash or pitcher. And now he's praying to that, praying to that very pitcher by saying Krishna Krishna kahi kore ghoter prarthan. Now he is praying to that auspicious pitcher by saying Krishna 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 Krishna. Premaveshi Prabhu Kore Krishna Krishna Nam. Now Mahaprabhu is in a ecstasy. All he is chanting is Krishna 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 Krishna. Ekle Korein Preme Shoto Joner Kam. The only, he is only one, but he is, working, he is doing the 100 people jobs, all alone, all alone. And even if he's meeting any kind of a assembly, he's like, Prabhu kohe jar mukhe shuni ek bar Krishna naam pujya sahi shrestha sabhakar. That all I want to hear from anyone, that just recite Krishna once. When Amogh Leela in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he fell unconscious, and Mahaprabhu was sitting next to Amogh Leela. Now what Mahaprabhu is saying, Utha Amogh tumi lao Krishna naam, achire tumake kripa koribe Bhagavan. Oh Amogh, please get up, say, just recite once Krishna. Just by reciting Krishna, you will get the mercy of Bhagavan. Suni Krishna Krishna Bali Amogh Uthila. Suni Krishna. The moment he heard Mahaprabhu saying Krishna, Amogh started saying Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And Amogh Uthila. He got conscious. Now Mahaprabhu is even, crossing Jharkhand forest. Prabhu kohe Krishna Krishna Vyagra Uthil. Krishna Krishna kahi Vyagra nachite lagel. The lions and the wild animals, uh, they all were wheresoever they were. And Krishna was only reciting Krishna, 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 Krishna. They started, they all the wild animals came to Krishna, and they started even dancing with Krishna on Krishna, Krishna kohi vyagra nachite lagila. So प्रभु कहे प्रभु कहे ओट कृष्ण नाम तुमी ले ले कोटि जन्मेर पाप गाइल पवित्र हाइले कृष्ण कह काइल उपदेश सभे कृष्ण कहे सभार हाइल प्रेमावेश. Mahaprabhu was sitting in a one assembly. All he have spoken what I have just spoken in my, from the references, and that you just please all of you just recite once Krishna. Prabhu kohe ot Krishna naam tumi le le. Just speak Krishna. Koti jonmer pap. All the millions of life sins. Gail pavitra hele. All will be washed off. Then Mahaprabhu is asking everyone, Krishna kaha, Kail Upadesh. This is my instructions, every one of you. Chant Krishna, chant Krishna. Sobhe Krishna kohe sabhar hail premavesh. And all the assembly, each and every other person, they started reciting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And the moment they started reciting Krishna, 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 Hail Prema Vesh, they all got into the ecstasy of love. Now, definitely, there are different types of names of Krishna. But in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, we are focused upon one name. And that why? Because we want to make Radharani happy. We want to follow what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing. We are following the 6 Goswamis. We are following the Siksastakam. And there are so many different types of names, holy names of Krishna. But I don't want to be confused that which name should I recite, which name shouldn't I recite. Be more firm, be more focused, and start to recite only Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Why do I need to recite Krishna? I want to make Radharani happy, because this very name of Krishna, Krishna, this name gives ecstasy to Radharani. Radharani gets, ecstasy in her Mahabhava Dasha. And I want to take the darshan of Mahabhava Dasha of Swamini Ji. And I want her to relish Krishna Nam. So I know that whatever names are there, my mind can jump from one name to another, but I want to be focused on, because I want to make Radharani happy by reciting this very particular name. So that's the very first thing of the very first line of this verse we have discussed. नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्व शक्तिस तत्रार्पिता नियमित स्मरणे न काला. O Bhagwan, you have manifested your numerous names, imbued all of your Shakti into them, and made no regulation regarding the time for remembering them. So we have heard there are different types of names, the different types of all different types of Shaktis are imbued in them. But amongst all of those names, there is a very important name which our Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, six Goswamis, all different other various acharyas have mentioned directly and indirectly have asked us to recite, and that is Krishna. No other name but Krishna. And that is why, if anyone comes, I usually tell them that please you go and read any scripture. You read Updeshamrit, Rup Goswami is only asking you to recite Krishna, no other name. You go and read Padhyavali, he is only asking to recite Krishna, no other name. You go and check Namastakam, only asking to recite uh, Krishna, no other name. All our acharyas, even in Hari Bhakti Vilas also, no matter which other names are there of Krishna, but our focus is only on one name, and that name is Krishna, nothing else. So I may conclude this by asking my Thakurji and Sri Mahaprabhu that he gives us uh, sorry, he gives us the blessings which can, so by those blessings we can become focused on our chanting and on the instructions to make Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna happy. Just a second, excuse me. Sorry, I was just in a viral fever last few days, so my throat is gone. So, Jai Radha Raman Lal, Jai Shri Bhattu Gopal. May Krishna Naam bless you all. And if you have any kind of a questions regarding today's class, please do ask. Radhe Radhe Maharaji, is there any name to free all the desires? Yes, Krishna. Which other name? Krishna. As I said, that those who have no desires or want to just make Radha and Krishna happy or have only one goal to attain sacred love, Krishna. And whatever desires you have, also they can be removed from your life. Piyush ji, so okay, thank you, Kirtida. Uh, so Piyush ji, Kirtida have shared the link with you. Those who want to take Diksha, they can connect, via the WhatsApp link which she have shared, and they're uh, They share all the updates and everything, so you can connect. Okay, how many times I should chanting the name Krishna in a whole day? Ah, love has no number. How many times I should say I love you? This is how I usually think. But on a very same time, I understand. Uh, it is very hard to love, Thakurji, because we cannot see him. So to develop that quality of love, one should be focused in focused in a particular rounds of numbers, uh, of chant. I suppose, see, at least 10,000, 11,000 times Krishna Nam. It won't take a lot of time. Any day, anywhere, any moment, in any situation you are in, doesn't matter. Counter clicker even. Uh, just start Krishna, 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 Krishna. It's good to have a good discipline. And so, in a good discipline, I suppose 10,000 is one of the good number. And if you see you can cross 10,000 easily, then then you can increase it. Uh, but that's all up to you. Uh, how to want in reality only. Radha Madhav Seva, not in words but with all your heart. See, this question is not related uh, with the uh, with the lecture, but I can tell you one thing from my own experience. Uh, the heart is not in a shape right now because of the flickering mind. And to calm that mind and remove all sorts of issues, one should be really focused on chanting, because you cannot serve a food in a dirty plate. The plate has to be very much, or the utensil has to be cleaned up properly. In a very same way, you cannot really call your whatsoever emotion of any sort, those sorts of emotions, as love, because love is a very pure feeling mentioned in the scriptures, and which have 8 bodily symptoms also. So it's not something which, like, you just think about and come up with an idea. Oh, I love Krishna. Oh, I have so much so much love for Krishna. I cannot say that until or unless those body symptoms are shown. Like, how you get angry, so your face gets red, your eyes, your body even gets hot. In a very same way, there are ashtavikara, 8 ecstatic symptoms. Those 8 ecstatic symptoms only comes when we attain sacred love. So when you really want that, not in words but with all your heart, for that you have to really focus upon the chanting, because chanting as well as satsang, these two are the finest remedies of, in the Vaishnavism. There is no other remedy better than these two. And that's what even gopis, uh, Hanuman, Shiva, you name any greatest Vaishnava, everyone are focused only on these two main ones. Either reciting or hearing the stories, or chanting Krishna Nam. Jai Radharaman Lal Maharaj Ji, if Harinam is efficient, then why Guru Mantra is important? Uh, ah, So in Bhakti Sandarbha, it is mentioned that one should start practicing deity worship, and for and to serve Thakurji in a form of deity, one should take mantra initiation, because deity worship cannot happen without mantra initiation. Okay. Radhesha Maharaji, did Shri Haridas Thakur chants 300,000 Krishna Nam or Hare Krishna Mahamantra? One mantra counted as one instead of 16 names, and what is Purush Charan? Is it done only after Diksha? Like you had mentioned your experience in the lazy yoga lecture, is it possible to experience or to see Shri Krishna by doing Purusharana before? Now you can, okay, so the very first thing is Haridas Thakur. That's up to you right now as a homework to find out what he used to recite. A Krishna Nam or Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You go and find out, please. Mm. Now the second thing is it done, what is Purush Charan, and is it, can that be done before Diksha? No, Purush Charan is only done after Diksha, because you get the mantra, and after the mantra only you do the Purush Charan of the mantra. When mantra is not there, then Purush Charan cannot happen. Also, is it aprad or not recommend to write during Katha and Pravachan? Because in Kalyug everyone is Kaan ka kacha, especially me. And what should be our etiquette while listening Pravachan and Satsang virtually? Okay, so uh, it is not an aparat to write, and I always suggest everyone to write. It's just make a simple one notebook where you can start writing, notes, spiritual notes. They are super helpful because our mind, it receives so much of the data or information from everywhere, since social media is there, the whole world is on our mobile, on our mobile phone, on our palm, and we see so many photographs, so many reels, so many videos, so many kathas, so many things, and our minds are getting fried up now. We are not able to capture the uh, you know memories anymore. Our uh, you know uh, memories, or the span of remembering things, have gone so down. So it's very important that one should always note the uh, note the main points, that whatever you understand in the notebook, is the best thing ever. I still do it. I still do it. I have gone a little more crazy now. Like I have last this year, the devotees has gifted me iPad with the pen. Before, otherwise, all those disciples, who are uh, always there around me and help me. They always otherwise used to give me a one notebook and one pen. So I have like still plenty of my diaries, notebooks and pens, and I still like write because I love reading and writing. So it's the best thing ever, and everyone should do that. Uh, we don't even remember uh, anything nowadays. And when someone is delivering a katha and you are like shaking your head like, yeah, yeah, very nice katha, but not taking anything important to apply for your spiritual life, then it is a waste of the katha. And of your time also. So it's very important for you to just focus upon uh, writing and making a one notebook. It can always refresh your memories also, like, after 6 months, if you read it randomly. uh, and virtually one should be away from all the different types of distractions when listening to the katha. uh, uh, you know the best katha is when you are in front of the sadhu. Why? Because you have left everything and sat down in front of him to gain some knowledge. But if you are sitting in your bedroom, more in a comfortable space, uh, uh, you there are laptops, this and that, family members all around. Sometimes TV is open. Some people are eating even. Uh, th- they are not consciously there for the katha, so they don't really attain and get everything. So it's perfect. One actually can uh, focus upon uh, concentration, and if they can uh, you know they can do something not to be distracted during the katha, is the best thing virtually. So I guess today's questions are done. uh, for the uh, next week, I won't be able to give a class. I'm letting you all know. I will be traveling and I'm still sick. So I thought that I could be better, but uh, I'm not feeling good. So next week I'm uh, away and I won't be able to give a katha. So I'm so sorry for that. We will definitely catch up on 5th of July. Mm. And uh, the verse is still not been done, so we will finish the verse 2, in our next session. Uh, so good night to all of you. Jai Radharaman, Jai Shri Bhatt Gopal. May Shri Radharaman Lal bless you. May Krishna Nam give you sacred love. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe.